A lot of people don't care about the sexualization of children. They only pretend to care when the person in question is a black girl, okay? People were only mad at the movies Cuties because they saw a dark-skinned black girl being sexual, and they don't find that attractive. They don't get off on that. And I'm gonna just elaborate, okay? If we had What Would You Do come back, and we had a scenario where we had little girls between the ages of like, I don't know, maybe like 7 to 17 walking out, and the black girls, like the dark-skinned black girls, were being hypersexual and promiscuous, they would not be getting treated the same way that light-skinned white girls would. The black girls would be ridiculed. Okay, the black girls would probably be called sluts. They'd probably be called Jezebels. Like, people would be on their ass. People would be like, oh my God, where's your mother? You're acting crazy. This is repulsive. But if we did the same thing with little white girls and like lighter skinned girls, no one would say a fucking word. No one would care. Worst come to worst, I think most people would probably be like, oh my God, you look so good. Like, I'm so glad to see you're confident in yourself. Like, don't let haters bring you down. That right there is not people actually caring about pedophilia. It is people being predators, showing favoritism. That's what the fuck that is. That's what the fuck that is. There's very, very few people in this world that genuinely give a fuck about child exploitation, regardless of, who's being exploited in the race. But I feel like there's a lot of predators in this like society that they act like fake concerned about shit. But it's usually because they think that dark-skinned black girls are fucking repulsive. And the same concept is in even adulthood, where whenever a dark-skinned black woman is acting provocative or promiscuous, she gets fucking flamed. But whenever a white girl or whenever a fucking light-skinned girl of color does the same shit, nobody gives a fuck. Like, everyone's sitting there and praising her. And usually it's like a double whammy of racism and pedophilia, because that youth thing is there too, where it's like whenever it's like a young white light-skinned girl being hypersexual and that light-skinned woman looks like a fucking child, like, no one gives a fuck. Everyone's sitting there and praising it. But whenever a grown-ass woman with a grown-ass woman body, and particularly a grown-ass dark-skinned black woman, who's actually grown, like she's in her 30s, 40s, and her body is completely different than, a 20-year-old or a child who their BMI, like your BMI changes, right? People act different. And also, there's been, again, a lot of people on this app who are constantly talking about 25 being old, and they don't want to age, and they don't want to have wrinkles and blah, blah, blah. Like people are outwardly, expressing their obsession with youth. Like, you guys are sick. And usually whenever a person of color is at the forefront of something, that's when y'all want to complain. Not because y'all care about anything, but because y'all just want to be fucking racist. And you don't get to do that. If you're going to be a predator, be a predator. You're not going to sit here and be a predator and then fucking act like you're all of a sudden not a predator because you saw a black girl doing something and now you want to act disgusted. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hate it. I hate it so much. And on top of it, I think I see a lot more white girls on this app that are like posting inappropriate shit compared to black girls doing that or Latina girls doing that. And that's saying something. I think that's saying something about the way that maybe people in their communities are trying to protect them because they're already like targets because of their race. But I think the way that I see a lot more white girls posting shit is because they have the whole world influencing them and grooming them into posting it because they only get off on little fucking white girls' children being hypersexual. And that is fucking disgusting.